NSFW, what's the best thing that happened to you in Truth or Dare? So many others talking about their crushes, and I'm over here thinking about the time a friend had to stand outside in his underwear, shake a soda. I saw, and later sucked on, my first pair of breasts as a teenager. We were all 17, and horny as hell. She had D cups. To say that her tits were awesome would be an understatement. Yes, it was worth it. Edited for clarity and better wording. In the 7th or 8th grade, I was going back and forth with my friend with a bunch of risque dares, flash your boobs, show her my dick, make out with each other, dry hump, etc. I eventually just went for it and dared her to blow me, and she did it. I remember being so hard that I barely even felt anything initially. S**X house. I'm now a respectable employee at a respectable firm that would be thoroughly appalled at my past. But when I was at university, there was a house a couple of streets down that was essentially orgy central, and it all started with a game of Truth or Dare. How the hell does a game of Truth or Dare create a S**X house? In high school I was offered $50 to streak through a soccer game. Friend parked car on one side, I ran through. As I approach car/close it drives off. So then I was left naked without anything nearby to assist. It was reasonably dark, so I kinda just snuck to my friend's house, which was only 5 minutes away or so. I did get the $50 upon my return. Made out with this chick I had a crush on. Turns out she had a boyfriend. He beat the **T out of me. Edit. I got to hug a girl. This wasn't that good of a comment tbh, so I edited it. I got to watch my middle school friend, it was winter, go down to the yard, strip to boxers and run a lap around the yard. Needless to say we were all impressed and hysterically laughing. I never got to play Truth or Dare, but I did play Duck Duck Goose. It was not fun sitting there the whole time. Groupers were in these tunnels that we liked to hang out in, and our friend was dared to give me a blowjob, which she actually did. Best 10 seconds I ever had down there. Ended up dating on and off for the next 2 years or so. Apparently I played some lame ass versions of Truth or Dare. I was 16 and my group of friends were sitting in a sauna. Everyone was covered up by a towel when one of the girls said we should play Truth or Dare. I got dared to show my dick to one of the girls, so we went out to the changing room/showers that is attached to the sauna, and I showed her my dick, and she gave me my first hand job, and later that night we had S**X. Ended up together for about 6 years before I found out she had been cheating on me like a lot. In 8th grade I was dared to show this girl my dick. We went to a bathroom. I was 13 and horny, so I had a hard on. I pointed it down, and she didn't know the difference. She told her friends later, and I kinda got a reputation of having a big dick, even though I'm completely average. Edit. Thanks for the gold and silver. This really blew up. My friend had a game called Cosmopolitan Truth or Dare. It was a card game that had a truth or a dare question on it. We played with a set of twins once who pulled a dare that read cover your chests in whipped cream and rub them together, and they actually did it. Got dared to ignore getting tits rubbed in my face for a minute. A boy can poker face like a champion. Best minute of my teenage life. Edit. To clear a couple of things up. It was a woman rubbing her boobs in my face and they weren't clothed. Crush sat on my lap the rest of the game. My little soldier had a hard time staying focused. Good times though. Not much, but a friend of mine earned the nickname Big Dick Chris or BDC for short after a game. For short? Made out with, and low-key felt up, my older next door neighbor. Had a crush on her for a while before then, so it's a very fond memory. Got to play my very first, and only, Truth or Dare game when I moved to the US for college, with a bunch of people who I would characterize as moderately to severely religious. I was not, but those were the first people I had met, so I went with it. Needless to say, it was tame and clean. Worst thing someone got dared to do was walk up to a stranger and sing the national anthem. Reading all the responses here, I never imagined the game could be so interesting, and S**XUALLY charged. I definitely missed out. I was late bloomer in HS. By the time I realized I may be attractive to anyone, it was over. Our senior year party for an art magnet school, we played this. A girl I had a fairly solid crush on, popular, cheerleader, a good friend, was asked who she had fantasized about, and I was the answer. 1. Blew my mind. 2. Gave me the guts to ask her out. 3. It was a horribly awkward silly lunch date. 4. Built my confidence a lot heading into college. A silly story, but it was a good one. Cute girl pulled her pants down and full on sat on my face for a solid minute. Kissed the girl that would later become my first ever girlfriend, but is now my ex. I chose truth every time because I was super boring and had nothing to hide. I got made fun of that weekend, but Monday morning the nasty 1A popular bitch went around spreading everyone's secrets and the ridiculous dares they did. Everyone except me. Boring for the win. We dared this girl to give a friend of mine a lap dance using the first song that came up when he shuffled his entire song library. I got to grab a girl's boob under the shirt. I was 16 and it was awesome. Was it like a bag of sand? I got to see my friend's sister's boobs and watch him lick an electric fence all in the same day. I was at work, high school job at a department store, and the 4 of us in my department were playing truth or dare, mostly dumb work stuff like go mix up those shirts. Someone dared the girl who had a rep as being experienced, who was a couple years older than me, to give me a blowjob. She told me to take break with her. I played along. We went to her car. She *ACTUALLY* blew me in the store parking lot. Till truth or dare is a *XUAL game. MFW, nothing interested ever happened to me. Nothing like reading people's experiences about truth or dare to remind me of how much of a virgin I truly am. I made my friend's boyfriend make out with a 4-foot tall nutcracker. That's the best I got. A girl, I didn't have a crush on her, but she was nice, flashed me. She also let me fondle her boobies. I know it's lame considering some of the responses here, but that's what I got. Don't say it's lame. There are people who aren't either attractive, interesting nor social enough to have ever interacted with people of the opposite gender or even gone to a party. Girl got dared to give me a BJ during recess at school in front of everyone. I was 13. Got suspended. She got expelled. Apparently I wasn't the first she got into trouble for. Had my dad's friends shake my hand a lot because he must have bragged about his son. My current wife went to school with me too. Brings it up sometimes. My 2 straight male friends got in their underwear and scissored each other while singing Fancy Living. Here we come from SpongeBob. Narrator, they didn't come. I wasn't even playing and someone dared a girl I liked to kiss me. That someone became a very good friend. Was dared to catch a frisbee in my teeth from across the yard. So, walked outside and across the yard. Girl wound up, threw the frisbee. Figured this ought to be funny when it bounces off my face, and as a total king fluke, actually caught it in my teeth. Similar story. I was the annoying kid in 6th grade and my friends bullied me. Once some kid was talking *T, so we started arguing. Then he threw a *PE at me. I caught that *T in my teeth without breaking eye contact. Was sitting outside at a college campus and was dared to yell I love you to the next person I saw. I did and this dude yells it back and keeps walking. We go back and forth getting louder and louder as he walks off. One of the funniest things I've ever seen. We were too old to be playing truth or dare, like 20 years old. My friend had only seen boobs in his dad's Playboys. He hadn't even kissed a girl yet. Some woman was dared to show everyone her tits. My friend was silently stoked. He didn't cheer out loud, but I knew he was *CKING giddy. As the woman lifted her shirt and bra, some other goober leaned right in front of my friend and blocked his view. It was over before my friend could react. He complained about it for weeks. We've laughed about it for years. I'm way late, but the first day I met my wife we played a game of truth or dare. She asked me truth, what kind of clothes on a girl do you like? Then the next day she showed up to my house in those clothes. I was about 12 at a friend's sleepover. I was dared to go home by a kid who didn't like me too much. I walked the 2 miles home, and as I came to my driveway my older brother had just pulled in. He had 3 baby raccoons with him because he had hit their mother while delivering pizza. I got to spend the rest of the night with him. It was a girl's 19th birthday party and my buddy from high school was there. Everyone was being lame and awkward, so I suggested truth or dare. The game went on for a while, but people were getting progressively more naked and horny as most of them were drinking. I was the DD for another friend at the party and the people staying were getting raunchier, so we split. The birthday girl and my high school buddy hooked up, and they've been together for about 7 years now, and have a daughter together. My friend dared the girl I had a crush on to kiss me. She stared at me and said I can't do it, he's too ugly, and the other girls said the same thing. I ended up being ignored for the rest of the game. Good times equals. Edit. I was 12 when it happened. That event was one of the reasons why I grew up with low self-esteem. I'm over it now, but talking about it made me feel better as I never mentioned this tragedy before. Thanks, Paul. Peas. That girl I had a crush on tried to hit on me last year with that time. Worked out well on you kinda thought. Edit 2. I didn't think that a lot of PPL would sympathize with my story. Thanks a lot. You all made my year better. Got dared to kiss my back then HS crush. Couldn't do it not because I'm kinda shy, but because it was my crush, so I denied and got booed out. She later came to check up on me and asked if I wanna do it now that the others weren't around. Of course I said yes and we kissed. First on the cheek, then normally. Afterwards she giggled and told me she liked it. There never came anything from it, but I still think of her quite a lot these days. I was playing truth or dare with my sister's friends and I dared one of them to do something, and after one of them says you could have dared someone to kiss you and you would have gotten your first kiss. That immediately set a light off in my head, and later in the night I asked if I could kiss her and I did. So I got to kiss a really pretty girl.